My name is Johanne and I live in central Norway in Trondheim, and today I am going through a lot of my old knits that I no longer really wear, and I'm going to take them to a secondhand market stall tomorrow. So some of them need to go through depilling and such. So when I had it all laid out here, I figured, oh, I can show them off, go through what I've made throughout the years as a knitter that and then yeah, just it shows a bit of who I am or who I was as a knitter, or yeah, my knitting wardrobe. I'm currently at my parents' house, so yeah, this is their living room. So I've already set out a pile here with everything, and then I'll just show it. I'm going to sort through it to like pill or it's fine, and then I'll just share with you what they are if I can remember, and maybe also some of the reasons why I'm letting them go, and because I still like a lot of these things. It's just, yeah, I have a lot of knitted stuff because I've been knitting for so long, and I don't need all of it, to be frank. So first up is this, I think it might be called the San Francisco sweater, or it's the Oslo sweater. I don't remember it, but I think it's from aKnitStory. They have like a city collection. And I knit this in 2016, 2017. And it's knit in like a fisherman's rib or something. I'm not really good at the English terminology, and I've never knit this type of construction before or since. And what you do is you cast on, it looks like this might have been the cast on, and that's the cast on the front, knit back and forth, knit back and forth, knit back and forth, and then you come to the sleeves and then you increase, and then you knit the whole, it's super flimsy, knit the whole thing back and forth kind of around the sleeve and then down the back, and then you put in like a contrast when you're knitting where the neckline's going to be, knit in a contrast that you later pick out, like an afterthought neckline kind of, and then you do the collar. And this is knit in, I don't remember, I think the yarn is also discontinued, but it's an alpaca, and the main reason I don't really wear this is that my body doesn't, or like my skin doesn't really enjoy alpaca. I really like the split hem and the dual color situation, but also with the construction being this like rapid increase for the sleeves, there's no shoulder construction, and the feel of the sleeve, kind of the knitwear going around your sleeve rather than down your sleeve. Yeah, all in all, I've worn it quite a bit throughout the years, but I haven't worn it for ages. So now I'm letting it go if somebody else wants it, but that needs stability. Yes. And then I have quite a few projects in here that were test knits for FabelKnitwear. And this is one of them. I think it was a test knit anyways. And this is her, could it be the librarian? Academic library. I'll put it, if I can find it, I'll put it below. And it has this like lace motif running down the front, and it has a high neck and a little bit of a puff shoulder, and the neckline the back has 3 buttons, And this I have knit in a combination of Raumalammull and either their silk mohair or their alpaca. They're like fluffy alpaca silk, I think. And the main reason I don't wear this is the fit is not just right for me anymore. I have a mom body now. I didn't when I made this in 2018, I think. And it's also just, a lot of her patterns are quite cropped, which I don't mind. I usually wear high-waisted pants, jeans and such, but I always knit the body longer than her patterns say, but a lot of them I've knit them longer than the pattern recommends, but it's just not been long enough for the body I have now. It is quite different knitting for a flat chest or like a bigger circumference chest, so it just, my chest area eats too much of the fabric and then it's just too cropped. The lace motif is gorgeous, but it also makes the garment a bit see-through in the front, and I just find myself not wearing it because it's also super worn and it's not really a layering piece. It doesn't look too bad in the pilling situation. I'll put it in a maybe if I have time pile. Next up is this one I've worn a lot. This is the Friday tee by PetiteKnit. Knit this in the recommended yarn Sunday. I knit it quite some years ago as a sample knit for the yarn store that I worked at. And this was I was very torn if whether or not I should let this go, because it's not long since I've worn it last. But the thing is, it's a bit just too cropped for me now, and I always wish it was longer whenever I wear it. So I figured if I let this go and sell it, maybe that will give me some cash to make a new one. But I think the colors are so fun with like light jeans. It's very, very nice for summer. Even though it's wool, I like it. This is the old one. This is a cardigan from Yndestrikk in merino. They're merino wool, and it's, I don't think it really has a name, the pattern. It's like Yndestrikk when they make booklets, or when they did in the past, it's just been like booklet name and then pattern number in the booklet. So I think I know I knit this in 2017, but the booklet from 2016, I think, so it's gonna be like 16, 17, 13. I don't know. I made that up, but I think it's from a duo garn booklet, but I don't remember. And this one I've worn a lot throughout the years, and I mean, sure, it's like, you can see that it's been worn, but you couldn't tell, I think, that it's 8 years old. The thing for me now is I don't suit really cool toned colors. Like, it's not my color, and I just wish it was a different color. I could try to dye it, but I don't. And like the superwash feel, I would rather have this pattern again, or knit this pattern again, with a different yarn and a different color. And then, but fun fact, the booklet for this yarn, or for this, is no longer in my, I lost it during knitting this, which was kind of inconvenient, but I think I was either working on, I think I was working on the sleeves or something and had the button band to go, and then I figured I can figure that out. But I lost the booklet on a bus ride from Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon. We did like a bus tour, like over the, what's it called, the Hudson Dam, and then to the Great Canyon, and I was knitting away on this on the bus ride, there was AC on the bus. And then I left the booklet in the little like bottle holder thing in front of your seat, never to be seen again. Probably not very many knitters necessarily on those tours, especially not knitters following Norwegians on this garn pattern. But if somebody found it and took it, good for them. But I think it was thrown away, probably. But yeah, I'm letting this go. And then I think I've got like put most of my summer knits in this pile because I just no longer wear them for various reasons. And one of them is the Garntopia Signet. And here again, it's the crop. My pre and post children preference in cropped length has drastically changed, and yeah, I don't really wear this anymore. And I really like the pink color, and the pattern is a lot of fun. And this I am quite sure that I knit in pure silk from Knitting for Olive, probably. It has like some braids and lace motifs and like, yeah, a lot of fun. Would probably knit again. And then the next one, this one I wish almost that I wasn't letting it go, but I don't wear it. And it's the, oh, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Ewan cardigan by FabelKnitwear. And it's so luxurious and nice, and I should ask one of my friends if she wants it, to be honest. It has this like braid pattern, braid. Almost looks like a huge knit stitch going down the front and back, and then the sleeves are just plain stockinette. And I actually never found what I considered the perfect buttons, so whenever I've worn it, I've just worn it like thrown over. But it's just something with the shoulder construction, like it just sagging a bit too much on me, plus the length, and also the fact that I was talking to my friend about this yesterday, but I just don't feel great in like too chunky braids. It just honestly makes me feel fat, like very fat, with the like, I don't know what it is, but I think it's like, if in my or like when I see pictures of it on like thin models, like the braids are one straight line down, and then on my body it will just like be wavy and bulky, and then I just don't feel great in them, so I don't really wear them. And then yeah, but I think it's my probably most expensive knitted item. It's hand dyed silk mohair, and it's hand dyed non-super wash wool. So almost wish I wish I wore it more, but maybe somebody else will wear it a lot, and then it will be a good match. Let's see. This one I've worn a lot. This is the Nordic Summer Top Light. Here again, it's the crop. It's too cropped for me now. The pattern, Nordic Summer Top Light. Is it by Witre Design? Maybe. And I've knit this in tynn line, so like a linen cotton blend from Yndestrikk. Many moons ago, worn it a lot with skirts and such, but the very cropped and the very deep neckline, that it's, you know how the linen behaves. It can grow a bit. I just don't really wear it anymore. and I needed to go through my closet. Knitwear was an easy place to start. Next is also a summer garment, and that's the Yndestrikk by PetiteKnit as well. And this is knit in lina for this version from Yndestrikk. And I've worn this a lot, but it's just a combination of it too cropped. I generally find for my preference that a lot of the PetiteKnit patterns in my size, the yoke is just too deep, like the raglan is too deep. So usually when I knit her patterns now, I do fewer increases. I didn't do that for this, so like the armhole for me, my preference starts a bit too far down and then it's too short, and it's also lina, so the neckline is just sagged out so much, so it became more and more of a home or cabin wear, and I just wasn't pulling for it anymore. So maybe somebody else likes it. Some more Fabel patterns. This is the Diagon Alley jumper. I really like this. I wish I'd just knit it way longer. I have to just go knit some more of her patterns, like a little puff shoulder, a high neckline, and then yeah, you can probably see if I sit up a bit. Sorry, you can see probably what I mean with the crop. Like now it barely goes down to my belly button, so it's just too short. I'm not one of them girls to show off like my midriff section too much. But this is knit in her yarn Galis Tweed, which I don't think she has that anymore. But it's like a tweed merino superwash. Very soft, very nice yarn. I actually have a sweater quantity of this yarn that I'm making a Rowena sweater out of, or it's in the box of shame. You will see it at some point, and but I've knit probably this much of a Rowena sweater in this yarn, or yeah, this yarn, another color. Do I depill this? Yes. And then another FabelKnitwear. She has very lovely pieces. This is the, oh, I think this is the version that's the Maryland sweater, and jumper, Maryland. Yeah, she made two, one in the like a thinner gauge and one in a like smaller needles, one on bigger needles, and they're named like after the Marilyn Monroe. So this is the thinner one, like the fingering sport weight. So small little puff-ish on the shoulder. And this one I've knit like a bit longer than the Diagon Alley, but still just too short. I don't wear it, but I really want to make another one. The yarn is just so nice, but I unfortunately think this yarn is discontinued as well. But this is the Pickles merino tweed, I think. It's just so drapey and like airy, and yeah, really nice. And then the last two that I'm showing off now, I haven't knit them. They are hand knit, but not knit by me. And the first one is actually my sister's sweater, and she actually bought it at a like a secondhand shop some years ago, and it's so nice. I almost want to buy it off her if nobody else does, but it's just really nice, like color work, and yeah, and then also some like textured sections, and I have no idea what it's called. Should I try it on? Let's see if I want to exchange my tan sweaters for hers instead. I hope this is too noisy with the headset. Okay. Yeah, so it's very long. It's far underneath my bum, and the sleeves are quite tight. Okay, it's a bit big, and it has that like very wide neckline that personally I don't wear, because I always wear like a t-shirt or something under, and then I think this kind of looks strange. But it's super nice. It's very warm. The sleeves are long and comfy. Might purchase it off her if nobody buys it tomorrow, but oops, if somebody else wants it, it's theirs. How are you doing on the pilling situation? I think it's good. And the last one, my mom gave me this. I have asked her if she's okay with me letting it go, and she's like, that's fine. She knits way more than me, which says something. So this is or this was a pickles pattern for a kid's sweater, and then my mom just sized it up for me, and it's the Oslo anorak for kids. So but the kid pattern had the hood, and I didn't want a hood, and it also has like for the kids one, I think you can also put like a little pocket on the front to put your hands in and your little trinkets, and then it has the buttons on the side. And I think my mom knit this for me when I moved to Oslo. She's like, oh, you need to have the Oslo anorak when you live in Oslo. And I don't really wear it anymore. It's quite thick. I think she might have used like Dropsnapal or the thick like Aran-ish weight yarn. Purple. It's not really my color. I think purple is gorgeous, but I just find myself not really wearing it, or like feeling like I don't suit it, because a lot of purple and blues tend to lean towards the cooler side, and I'm definitely a warm toned person, so I don't really wear purples and blues that much myself, but I can really appreciate it. Like I love knitting with it to gift or like for home stuff, and so yeah, I'm letting this one go as well, which is quite a few things to have. Like it fills up a lot of space in a closet when you don't really wear it, so it can free up some space for some other stuff. And side note, I finished the Esther sweater. Yes, I need to weave in all the ends and sew on some buttons, but I just wanted to brag. It's done. I just bound off the Italian bind off on the last sleeve a few minutes before I gathered all of these knits. Oops. Oh, has that police car been in the shot the whole time? Lovely. Yeah, so now I'm gonna start detailing, and yeah, thanks for tuning in and looking at this stuff that I don't wear anymore, and who knows if we'll see some of these same patterns re-emerge on my needles at some point. Would be fun. But for now, I think, yeah, if I don't sell this stuff tomorrow, maybe I'll give it to a secondhand store, or I'll see if any of my friends who enjoy more cropped stuff than me maybe want it. Depilled this one. You can see it's all like nice and smooth and soft. And right here, it's not bad, but you can just see that it's so much better after going over it. They have 3 different of these like lint remover thingies, but the one from PetiteKnit is by far the best one. I should be doing this stuff to my knitwear so much more often, because it makes it just so much fresher, and I never regret pulling out this thing. Yeah, so maybe this can be your like little reminder or whatever to go detail your knitwear. It will give it a fresh new look.